Hey guys, I'm reaching out to y'all again tonight, basically because I just got my Pen Test Plus, and that exam, like I said in my Pen Test Plus exam video, essentially, it was not easy, but it wasn't super hard. I thought I failed it, like I said in that video, but I passed it, and so that leads me to the next question: what should I study for next? Because you should never stop studying. You should never stop progressing and pushing yourself for higher education, for better skills, whatever. There's so many websites out there. There's so many websites for hacking, pen testing, websites for studying like Skillport, Udemy. What's another one I used? That was another one. I can't remember it. Anyway, there are so many resources out there to learn from. So the big question is, what next? What do I go for next? And I'll tell you that I was studying for my CYSA, and I didn't do that because at the time in the military, I didn't see that anything in the military website that was offering to pay for it. And so I was like, well, I'd rather take something that the military would pay for. And that's kind of where Pen Test Plus came from. So I started studying for it, and then bam. So that's done. But now the question is, I'm looking at CYSA, and I've looked around a little bit, and it seems to be a mixture of, is CYSA even worth it if you have your Pen Test Plus or your CEH, and even OSCP. I got a buddy of mine that he took his OSCP, and he was that close to passing, that close. And he didn't pass it. He told me it was very, very difficult. And so it's just like, am I on that level? Because what I've been doing a majority of is more or less blue team stuff, or like CYSA stuff. Of course, Pen Test Plus helps that because okay, so this is how I would attack. So how would I defend against this particular kind of attack? So they go hand in hand. But so the big question is, what's next? So I'm reaching out to you guys. I'm going to say, do I need to try out for CYSA? Is that a waste of time since I already have Pen Test Plus? I'm thinking about CCNP because I got my CCNA back in 2015, and then I re-upped it by getting my CCDA, which I'm not sure if that's as well known of a cert. And then I've already, here's it's time for honesty. I have taken and failed the CCNP switch 3 times. I don't know where I went wrong. But a lot of people say, well, it's time for you to pack up and go home. Well, for that particular one, I kind of did, even though Cisco just kind of said we're revamping them. Now they have the Encore and the advanced stuff. But yeah, I failed CCNP switch 3 times. It's kind of depressing to admit that, but there it is. So should I go for CYSA, the CCNP, or look at maybe the CISSP? And those are huge jumps between each other. For those that don't know, CISSP is mainly security management, more or less. And I was told by another buddy of mine that you have to flip your mindset. It's not about being on keyboard, being the technician or the engineer. It's more about managing that kind of stuff. And I'm sure that any one of you can go out there and look up the documents and find out exactly what are in those exams. CISSP, I have not done that yet. CYSA, I did do that a little bit, and I already have the CCNP Encore book, but I haven't sat down and actually read through it. I've got Cisco equipment that's super old. I got 2960s, 3750s, 3550s, and some Cisco 30. What was it? I think it was 3825s or something like that, the old routers. So I got super old equipment. They already have out so much new, more advanced routers and switches. And yes, I do understand that stuff's still out there because not everybody wants to upgrade, or not everybody either doesn't want to upgrade to the latest and greatest, or everybody can't afford it. So all that being said, CYSA, CCNP, or the CISSP. So I would love to hear y'all's feedback. Please let me know what your opinion is. I know that everybody's got an opinion, but I just want some honest feedback. So let me know, guys. Again, thank y'all very much, and y'all have a good night.